What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It is finally here, the finale for Alan Wake 2. I've been saying it the last two videos. The ending to this one, I don't know, man. We'll talk about it as we go. There are things I like about it, things I don't. I'll watch it again, and we'll see if I don't like it as much as when I first saw it, because everything that leads up to the end, I was on board with. The ending itself pissed me off.
No.
Because I actually kind of like this.
It's all gone. What the hell is happening?
Because this is kind of like Saga's way of manipulating the Dark Place, kind of like Alan has his way with his art.
I can't leave.
I guess you can say this is her art.
Why can't I leave?
Quote unquote, is her deductive ability, and
I can't think straight.
it's smart. I think the section works. It takes a little bit to kind of figure out what exactly we're doing, but
The Dark Presence took over Casey, stole the clicker from me. The last thing I remember is him throwing me into Cauldron Lake.
I'm in the dark place. I'm lost. I don't know how to get out. I don't know what to do.
That wasn't me. Was it? What? Failed who? What's happening to the case board? The board says I failed them. Who's them?
I let everyone down. Logan, Casey, myself. This is my fault. My daughter is dead. My partner was taken over by a monster. I'm trapped in the dark place. Powerless.
I'm not powerless.
I mean, you kind of are.
What is happening here?
Because, I mean, the Dark Place is kind of, the Dark Presence is kind of hard to beat.
Casey. Casey depended on me, and I let him down.
I wasn't watching his back. I got wrapped up chasing the wrong lead.
He needed me.
Now he's turned into a monster.
He needed me. Logan.
I neglected my family for my job. I was too thrilled by the cases, the mysteries. I liked how dangerous the work was. And now that danger has destroyed my family. It killed my daughter. No.
Something's very fucking wrong here.
I'm a terrible mother. I let my daughter die. Scratch took Casey, and it's my fucking fault. I'm a failure. This is what I deserve.
The story.
My life, my family is just part of a book. Another white asshole deciding what I get to do, how I get to do it.
He took my daughter from me.
I'll never be free of this story from him.
He used her.
She's not dead. God damn it.
I think she is. Mostly, I don't know. I like how you can subtly see the picture darkening. At first, I was thinking, is it the game fucking with me? Is it gonna let me do this ad infinitum? But no, as soon as I noticed, I'm like, oh no, the picture's changing and getting darker, and okay, it's her slipping into the dark place.
No! I'm done with this. It just keeps coming back.
Again, we'll get into it at the end of the story. This one ends, I wouldn't call it a cliffhanger, but I think it's trying to do the thing that they did with Alan at the end of
Night's
Alan
Place.
Wake.
Logan and David love that show.
And again, we'll get to it when we get to it.
This case. This room. Is any of it even real?
Well, I mean, is anything real when we get into it?
Casey was being corrupted and I did nothing. Scratch was Wake. How could I miss that? He's hurt. I should have been watching his back. I never should have trusted these.
It feels like I'm trapped in a nightmare. Stuck in an echo chamber with all my fears, my doubts, my insecurities.
See, if this was playing on my insecurities, it would just be screaming, "You're fat." I just hurt my own feelings.
The cult was just the beginning of the spiral. I spent too much time away from Logan.
So yeah, if you haven't figured out what's going on, kind of as we're adding things to the board, more things are changing here in the room. It's kind of making her feel like
I never should have left Casey.
it's trying to make her doubt herself. But the whole point of it is to kind of we see her drawn out of doubting herself into being to finding her conviction again, and that is her way out of the darkness, quote unquote. I think it takes a little too long to kind of get everything out. You know, I feel like the scene is stretched a little too long, but the concept of the scene I really like.
I hate this, but it's all true. I had tried to silence these thoughts, focus on the case, but I can't escape them anymore. I'm drowning. I need a way out before I'm dragged under.
God damn it. That scared the shit out of me when I first did this, and it scared me again.
Never should have taken this case. Scratch was too much for us. I should have made Casey stay behind. No, I'm not reading anymore.
No. There has to be a way out. I need a way out. Oh, God. None of this is real. I've lost it.
I'm not even here. The mind place isn't real. A case about supernatural darkness. I'm having a full-on psychotic break. I dragged Logan away to a tin can in Watery. She's dead because of me.
There has to be a way out. I need a way out. It's over. There's no point trying.
Everything is lost. There's no way out. No way to fix this. There's no way out. I'm stuck here forever. Just me and my past. My guilt. My mistakes.
And break time is over. Back to the recording.
I'm not getting anywhere.
The question is, AJ, what did you do on your break? Oh, I went out, mowed the lawn, mowed the backyard.
But this is my mind place. My mind.
Came inside,
Everything
showered,
I need is here.
made a
It has to
cocktail.
be.
Whiskey sour, if anybody's curious. Delicious. Drank that, played some Magic Arena. Helped my dad uncover the pool so he could vac it, because, you know, I don't know, I had to get dragged back outside. You know, I only like to get so much outside in one sitting, but whatever. Made myself another whiskey sour. This time I added a little bit of, like, cherry liqueur on top of it.
The lights. No,
Delicious.
I'm not giving up. Focus, Saga.
I even have a fancy ice cube sitting in it. It's instead of a normal ice cube, it's lemonade. I know. Some people are going to say, Jesus Christ, can you make that any sweeter? No. No, I couldn't. Well, that's not true. I probably could.
I saw this online and it made me think of you. Okay, what are you doing?
I got to give my mom one of those.
Don't make a big deal out of it, Mom. No hugs, no hugs.
She'd think it's funny. I've said things to my mother that people look at me like, geez, you can how dare you say that to your mother? I'm like, she knows I'm kidding. And we laugh about it later. My mom's a cool lady. And I'm sure she can hear me out there in the hallway that I'm saying nice things about her. And we'll remember that. Because I have to act like I'm a teenager trying to quietly say nice things about my mother while I'm actually a 30-year-old living in her house.
Good luck.
And I just made myself sad again.
Bring me back something cool from Washington.
I am honored by this award. Thank you. While our agency must continue to improve, the work we do here, protecting communities, pursuing the truth, it's the most important work there is. Hey. Just calling to say thanks for the note. Oh, sometimes I just get in my head too much. So, thanks for bringing me out. You're really the best, Mom. Really. Okay. Talk soon.
No. This is all real. I know it is. The FBI will kick me out. I'll have nothing. I can't let this place make me question myself.
I mean, were you technically a
I know what
detective?
I'm
You're a...
doing.
No idea what I'm doing.
I'm being pedantic here because, yes, I understand she is a detective in the sense that, like, Sherlock Holmes is a detective, not
And she's not dead.
not like her rank, because I know the FBI doesn't have detectives. I think they have, like, agents or whatever.
I didn't save her.
I'm still gonna... We never really get an answer as to whether or not Logan
It's no one's fault.
died or did not die.
Fault.
It's one of my... I mentioned earlier, and I was going to try and keep it as a thing to the very end.
I don't know what to do.
But yes, they don't really answer the question. That's kind of their big cliffhanger. Like, ooh, this is the question we're going to end with. Just like Alice saying, Alan,
Leaving.
at the end of the first game. I don't like how they're trying to nostalgia bait like that.
Anderson, look.
Mr. Anderson.
Well, I was in a bad place. You dragging me to those dinners in your house with your family. It really meant a lot. Thank you.
It's okay to be afraid. But I can't let this end here.
I can't. I just want it to stop.
Giving up won't make this stop. Logan needs me. Casey needs me. I've made mistakes. I'll make more. But I can do better. And I can start by leaving this room.
I'm afraid it will hurt. But nothing will hurt more than not trying to save them.
It will hurt. But I will fight. I'm so close. The dark place wants me to hate myself. But I just need to get inside my... The dark place tried to trap me here. The only way to leave is facing it head on. Wake called it a nightmare. I need to dive into that nightmare and find a way back home.
Yep, I can upgrade these for some reason, even though we're at the end. I don't know. I think this is really odd that they still let you upgrade your weapon. Well, I guess if you were saving up points, but why would you save up points and use the not have already used them?
Saga, wake up. The payphone was ringing. Somehow I knew the call was for me. Hello?
It's me again. You need to go to the statue at Parliament Tower Plaza. To make your ending come true, you will need what's inside the shoebox there.
The ending? A shoebox? Who is this?
Yeah, we need to go to the actual Parliament Tower. Or the one with the stat... My brain hurts. Yeah, and see, this is the other thing, you know, there's no point in upgrading your weapons because all you have is the pistol.
Agent Anderson.
Sorry, I kind of zoned out there.
Sorry, this place likes to play tricks.
Yeah, this place was... It was really kind of confusing as to what the hell we were doing here.
What happened to you? How did you end up in the dark place?
I was brought here. Snatched away from the morgue by a man named Orland Dorr. Been trying to piece it together for... Well, it feels like a long time now.
I need to get to Parliament Tower Plaza. Do you have any idea where it is?
This place, it's like trying to find your way around in a dream. I've been trying to map it, but it keeps looping, shifting. Like there were many versions stacked on top of each other. There is a page. It describes Dorr finding his way through this place. I tried to follow the steps, but no luck.
Who is this Dorr person?
He's here. Somewhere. I've been seeing his face in my dreams for years. This whole thing is insane. But he is much more than he seems. He's connected to all of this.
Can I see that page, Tim?
Of course. In fact, it's the page I tried to give you back in the morgue in Bright Falls. Huh. Now that I think about it, maybe Dorr brought me here to keep you from reading it. Here. I'm gonna keep looking for Dorr. The closer I get, the closer I feel to waking up. I need to find the man behind the curtain.
Orland Dorr walked across the rain-slicked tiles of Caldera Street Plaza. He stopped at the door to the construction yard. A poster for his talk show hung there. He stepped through, willing it to take him to Parliament Tower Plaza.
I know what I need to do. The door to Parliament Tower Plaza was at the construction yard.
Warland Dorr walked across the rain-slicked tiles of Caldera Street Plaza. The rain didn't seem to touch him. He sensed his steps were being observed, documented into the story. He allowed it, this one time for this one reason, to be passed on by his unwilling disciple, to read at the right time. The ocean that was the dark place took the shape of New York City, drawn for the mind of Alan Wake. In part for the writer to navigate his prison, in part to torment him as he struggled to find his way out. Dorr was not bound by the rules as Wake was. He came and went as he pleased. For now, Dorr entertained the writer's fantasy, for a purpose known only to him. At the edge of the plaza, he stopped at the door to the construction yard. A poster for his talk show hung there, another part of Wake's fiction. He stepped through, willing it to take him to Parliament Tower Plaza.
Yeah, I don't think we ever find out what those couple clues are for. I made a mistake. I drank that way too fast.
This is the first time I've seen a page about Warland Dorr.
Great. I feel like a bitch. I feel like...
The door that stands between
I don't know.
rooms is in both. A door that can lead anywhere is everywhere. That door is the center. He governs the currents of reality.
With all the powers mixed up in this, it's hard to know who's playing who. Opening too many doors. This isn't important right now. I can look into it later.
I don't know. I'm sitting here thinking I only drank like 6 ounces of liquor.
The page describes him moving through the door.
I think I might... Maybe that was too much.
And many names. It is a mirror, reflecting all possible realities. The family of doors have the power to shift between these realities, here and elsewhere.
If I can find a way to navigate through this nightmare, maybe I can find a way to get back home.
God damn it, my hands feel very numb. God damn, that wasn't even super strong whiskey.
I need to get up to the street and find that statue.
You know what? I mean, the second cocktail was Bullet. I mean, I don't think that's super high proof. I think that's pretty normal. It is good whiskey, but... I don't know if I have a problem. I'm kidding. I don't have a problem. And anybody's like, ooh. So now I don't have... Well, my hand shakes, but it's not because I don't have booze. My hand shakes because I have anxiety.
There's the shoebox. The clicker. And some kind of bullet. Shining with light.
Yeah, what you do with that bullet, Saga, is really gonna piss me off. I cannot hit this guy for the life of me. Even then, I'm shooting over his shoulder constantly. You know, I just noticed I'm injured, but she's kind of like limping. I didn't notice that. Huh. That's a cool detail. Okay, and here we have a problem of I have no idea where I'm supposed to go now. See, there's a reason I left this in, and it's not just that I just didn't edit it. Let's go with that. But no, I'm serious. I was running around here going, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing? I eventually figure it out. We're supposed to go back down through the, subway. There we go. Oh, yeah, now we have to answer the phone. And my problem is I can't remember where the fucking phone is. There we go.
Yes?
Hello. You don't know me, but you need to listen.
Hold on. How did you know the clicker would be there?
This is important.
I mean, you're clearly Saga. I hear your voice.
He doesn't have the ending. He needs your help to finish the story.
How am I supposed to help him from here? Okay. I'm in the dark place. Alan. We need to talk about the ending.
Saga,
What is this?
My mind place. I've reached out to you like this before. But I understand more about it now.
You see visions too. I used to think they were ideas, inspiration, but they're real. Just like this now. I try to use them to make the story come true.
So this is coming from both of us. Maybe that's how we could communicate in the overlaps. We could use this to stop Scratch.
First, I need the ending.
So there's a problem with the ending?
I don't have the ending. It has to be perfect, but I don't have time to figure it out. I don't know what to do. Fuck. I'm so sorry. This whole thing is a fucking mess.
I agree. But we can still figure this out. And what exactly does perfect mean?
The elements of the ending need to come from the story's pre-existing parts. To make matters worse, this is a horror story.
So the ending has to be earned, set up by the story. You can't build a case without supporting evidence.
That's the only way to make it stick.
You don't need to tell me this is a horror story.
Right. The ending has to fit the genre if it's going to work. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters.
There must be a way to bring a hero into the story.
If there is a hero, they will ultimately pay a heavy price.
I can't let the horror story take Logan and Casey. They were dragged into this. They need to survive. Non-negotiable.
Not just them. We need to try to save everyone. I have an idea how to help Casey. He's a real person who I twisted into a character. He isn't my creation, so he isn't a suitable host for the Dark Presence. I can write that into the ending to drive that fucking thing out of him.
Well, if the ending has to fit the story, this is how I see it. Return is a story about a story that comes true. And I'm a character in this story.
Not just a character. The hero.
Okay, a hero. In any case, I've been through hell to be here. And this is my life. It feels earned to me that I rise above the story and be there to create the ending.
Yes. That's what we're doing. Here, now. We're figuring out the ending I need to write.
This isn't Scratch's ending. But this isn't your ending either. This is our ending.
Oh my god, fuck off.
You aren't the only one deciding these things.
Fuck off.
You're right. I can't do this alone.
Why not? Why can't he? Why do we need her involved? I don't understand that. She is essentially a character in Alan's story. I understand. It's cool that we're playing as Saga, who's actually kind of being... Unlike the last time where Alan was kind of experiencing his own story, now we're kind of doing that... What was that Will Ferrell movie? Lost in Fiction? Or something like that? Where we're playing a... Where she's a character in a story of his. You're not the fucking right... God damn it. The way she acted there, just... I'm going to go, you're such a... words I can't say on YouTube.
The scales always need to balance. Fuck it. Let's go with this.
Are you sure?
There's no time for...
But also, how is it not it's not your story, and it's not Scratch's story. But we've already covered that Mr. Scratch is Alan.
I'll find a way to get it to you.
I mean, it's the dark place influencing him, maybe bringing out his worst traits, but it's essentially still Alan. We've covered this. I thought that was the whole earlier section of the game with Alan. I that really frustrates me. It's our story. I'm as big a part of this as you are. No, he's the writer. You're a character. You know, whether or not you're even a real person is kind of debatable. Well, now Alan has said that her and Casey are real people that have been brought into the story. I don't know. Again, though, it just frustrates me the way that line, because it's this modern thing of, oh, we're gonna add these. And again, I didn't have a problem with bringing Saga in as a character in this story, but it's kind of this whole, oh, well, now we're bringing in this diverse character, and I use diverse in heavy scare quotes because it's what the modern day activists call diverse. You know, we're bringing this character in to essentially replace your main character, and that line right there, this is our story. I am as big a part of this as you are. Jesus Christ, we can't have Alan figure out his, you know, maybe with the help of Saga, but we can't have Alan fix his own mess. We can't have Alan go with a moment of self-sacrifice. It's got to be Saga. Saga's the key to everything, not Alan. Alan just fucked everything up. It irks me. As a fan of the first game, it really irks me that they do that to such a great character.
Deep breath, Saga.
Alan?
Saga, I finished it. The ending we talked about.
I have the clicker and the bullet of light.
What the fuck is the bullet of light? We didn't know about this until about 5 minutes. God damn it.
I feel like I've always been on this journey. Okay. It must end here. This darkness. What lies under the surface now shifts. A play of shadows catching my eye, thrusting my face into the water. He's here. It's shockingly cold, past the mirror of the surface. And I will see.
You know, I can see where some people would find the live action stuff to be overly artistic, but I don't mind it. I like the live action stuff personally. I really liked how they were adding that since back in Quantum Break.
The shadows and reveals the hidden horror. And in that moment of silence, the whispered message finally heard.
Hey, does anybody remember the time when the clicker could only be used by Alan? I remember. Well, it's not a home, because the Dark Presence was never Alan. The Dark Presence was never, I mean, it was a part of him after he, at the end of the first game. God.
We're none the wiser. No answers.
And here it comes.
The hero turns to look inside. Is destroyed by what he sees, and is redeemed. Saga said we're both heroes. I'll pay that price. So will she.
No!
We are here to kill
No!
the monster. I pray nothing comes after this. Nothing was
You
slain.
didn't talk about this. You didn't set this up. You're not the hero. God damn it!
Another dream to wake up from, always coming back to the beginning. The memory of what came before burned away by this terrible realization. Maybe it's a mercy, forgetting. To know nothing when we loop around, back to the...
I'm so frustrated. Because it just the things that Alan was saying was like, oh, I'm paying the price. I'm a martyr. I'm all these things. Like, oh, God damn it, Alan. No. Come on. And again, it's fine to lead us to this martyr story. I just think it was just... We can't kill Saga. We can't have Saga pay some sort of price. Saga's paying a price, too. She didn't pay shit. She shot Alan in the head. God, that frustrated me. And again, it's not the ending. Because I think that ending could have worked. this way. But what pisses me off is the way they sold it, the way all the trappings around it, is how they're trying to make Saga the real hero of this story. No, this has always been Alan's story. I mean, he's the titular character. I mean, this game could have been a direct sequel. Name it Saga Anderson then. That really pisses me off, just because it feels like we had this great character from the first game, flawed definitely. But he grew, he went through so many tribulations, we get through all this stuff, and it ends that he's the main character, but he's a side character in his own fucking story. To the point where he then has to be sacrificed to allow the real main character to get what she wants, maybe. We don't even really know. It really frustrates me. Okay, time for a mid-credit scene, because there's still credits after this.
This part is just for you. After the haunting started, I got in touch with an organization that was still looking into what happened in Bright Falls. I went to their offices and something happened there. After I got home, I could suddenly remember everything. I remembered being trapped inside that lake. A dark ocean with echoes of myself. My fears, my photos. Inside a dark tide of madness. The same events and images looping again and again. And then I saw a light. Your light. You dove in just as I swam out. You never drowned. And you're still there reaching out. That is what the haunting is. I can see you because I've been there too. I chose to come back to the dark place. That is why I put on this exhibition. I had to mislead you, so that I could get you to where you needed to be. The only way out of your loop is destruction or ascension. Light or dark. And we've covered the destruction part many times over. We're getting to the ascension bit by bit. Time means nothing here. You'll still need to go through the loop. But I will keep showing you the images you need to see. The light you need to see. Until you're ready. Alan, I think we're getting close.
It's not a loop. It's a spiral.
Ooh, it's a spiral. What the fuck does that mean? Which is really weird, because I just read a really interesting, or I was skimming through an article while that was playing on, I think it was GameSpot, that were talking about the New Game Plus, or the final draft ending. Essentially, as far as I can tell, the only real ending difference is that Logan picks up the phone. So Logan is alive, which I think is the most boring option for this ending, but whatever. Yeah, I am not a fan of that. The fact that you hide that behind New Game Plus is frustrating as shit, but whatever. Apparently there's also stuff in there about how apparently Saga can feel the loop that Alan's in, but he just said it's not a loop, it's a spiral. What the fuck does it mean, a spiral mean? Apparently Alice is still out there. The Mr. Doors is supposedly Saga's father, is what this article said. I don't know. I skimmed. I don't know if that's true or if they're just bullshitting. Apparently Adi has special powers. Tor and Odin have stuff that can be led into with Alan Wake 3 or whatever DLC. I really do not want to play the DLC for this game, because this ending just left such a bad taste in my mouth. I'm glad I got a little buzzed for this. Also sobered me up pretty fucking quick. This ending really frustrates me, man. Because I still think it had a shot at doing something really cool, and it just doesn't. it's really frustrating because I wanted this to be really good because I love Alan Wake, but I really disliked what they did with this ending. I was jiving with it, thinking it was weird, but I was jiving with it up to that last like 2 hours. But that last 2 hours, really, I think they just instead of sticking the landing, I think they just fucking face planted. But that's my take. Total rating for the game. You know, oddly enough, where I say that I think like something like Mass Effect 3, that the ride down is super fun, even though the ending I think is a gigantic turd, I still rate that game fairly well. This one, it's probably a 6, below average, just because I think this, and I think that's how bad I think this ending was. It frustrates me to no end. Because they're clearly setting up a third game, and which is fine, set up your next game, but they set up this game to a point where it's like, I don't even want to play it. I don't even want to. I just don't care anymore. Like, you took all the intrigue and the coolness that was Alan Wake 1, and then you fucking ruined it. I think that's my frustration with it. It's just what they did to the first game with the second game. I think it was an EFAP episode when they're talking about this new batch of Star Wars shit that was coming out during the sequel time and all the TV shows. It's like, you know, it wasn't that. They were watching the extended cuts of the Lord of the Rings movies. And they said something really funny to me, and that was, you know, back in the day, it's like, ooh, let's make things out of love. And now everything is like, hey, let's try hate. It's like, we gotta hate everything that came before, and I feel that just that ending of this was just a big middle finger to the original. And I think that's what really frustrates me. But tell me what you guys think down in the comments. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can convince me. I'm happy to be convinced, but I am not happy with how this ended, and just that, it's a spiral thing really irked me. But either way, guys, sorry to end it on a somber note, but it's how shit goes sometimes. So that's going to about do it for this one, and I guess for all of Alan Wake. So guys, thank you so much for watching this one. Thanks for watching this series. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Comment down below. Drive that YouTube algorithm and whatnot. And I guess for the last time in Alan Wake 2, I'm out.